Hello everyone, my name is Xiang Yu, and my thesis story is talking about the social security in Chongqing and focused on an emerging group of people, the Winders. We can see from the demographic, Chongqing is a rapidly developing and highly urbanized modern city. However, we can see from the left chart the huge gap between the rich and the poor, which brought by the rapidly floating population into the social informality in Chongqing, and Winters are part of them. We can see from the pie chart, Chongqing still have the highest percentage of those illegal self-employment, especially in downtown area, and the government cannot just crack down on them because they cannot provide social security and the benefits for such huge of people at the bottom. In other words, they have to make a living by themselves, whether it is illegal or not. Let's move to the site, the People's Park, which is located in the central of Chongqing and is a central park. Um, that was ignited for historical and political reasons. It has become a place where the Winders survive. So the questions are, what is the significance of the Winders to the park? Is it invention or is it redemption? Another one is in the future, under the trend of old city renovation, whether the park can still be the habitat for the Winders. If you guys want to learn more about my site headlines, please refer to my booklet. After learning about such huge background, let's work close to those Winders' life in Chongqing. I will explore their stories through three aspects: what, how, and why. First of all, what kind of Winders are they? We can see from the diagram, 6 major windows occupy on the entrance and the corner of the park, and that statistic and illustrate their distribution, quantity, business hour, income, and what kind of public space and equipment they need in order to learn about their demand. According to their demand, I can design better public space for them. Secondly, why the winner choose the park? Back in 1918, a big and shame historical event, the Cultural Revolution, which makes the park is used to hold the public punishment for those politically wrong person. It is quite dark period, and later the park has become a scar of the city, which led to the poor management. However, it does provide the safety for those illegal swindlers who were tired to play the game cat and mouse with the street patrol. Finally, how do Winders survive in there? In order to answer this question, I interviewed one of them, 53 years old Lady Zhang, and I recorded her daily route and situation. We can see from her daily route, uh, she began to work and really early in the morning, and she worked more than 12 hours a day. That is not an easy way to live in Chongqing like a Winder, she said. Uh, she have really no income and without any welfare and without any social benefits. The main reasons why they want to struggle in there is to provide better education for her children. And we can see there is an apartment they rent next to the park. It is quite small and dark, so the public space does have a significance to those windows. Through my design, I may cannot change their currently living and financial situation, but I do believe better public space can enrich their outdoor experience, gain understanding and respect from the public, and also give them a strong sense of belonging. Inversely, those windows also have a significant meaning to the park. They can reduce the speed of gentrification, preserve the old city life, and also provide the service and communication to those elder people under the background of an aging population in China. Here are some case studies. If you are interested, you can refer to my booklet. And finally, I'm going to talk about the problems and the strategies I came up with. Apart from the methods which choose by the vendors, 3 major problems happen in the park: land privatization, poor accessibility, and future regularization. We can see from the diagram, the size of the park keep reducing because of the land privatization, which led to the lack of function and the open public space. So in the future scenario, I'm considering to extend the site and connect these 2 areas with cultural venue. Secondly, we can see from the middle diagram, the road system of the park is declined from the past to now because of the site elevation and the occupy of those buildings, which is really unfriendly to those older people. Finally, the future regularization. The protection policies of the heritage in or near the site have the possibility to kick the informality out of the park. So in further design, I need to consider how to use landscape as a negotiation tool to deal with this conflict. Finally, let's talk about the vision and strategies. First of all, it's about the time scale. I divided the design into 4 phases, 2 for short term and 2 for long term. The target for short term is to redesign the elevation, hide the window in the park, and organize the 24 hours park in order to attract more user group. While the long term is to achieve the cultural connection and flexible function. The most important strategy that I came up with is to redesign the elevation. We can see from the diagram, I want to change the original hard combo berry and stair to soft greening and slope, which is convenient to those older people, and also make full use of this green space to allocate the windows and other relaxation function. The other one is for the time management. I want to achieve 24 hours organization to attract more user group. And also the windows are the joint. I want to use them to encourage the communication and the interaction between different user group. Finally, it's about the function shifting. On the one hand, I believe the better and the flexible public space can provide the convenience for different type of windows. On the other hand, we should consider the scenario, what if the window leaves the park? So the dog window space, for example, we can see from this diagram, the new area I provide to them provides the space they can keep the pet. So in other words, they don't need to push their trolley, and it can reduce the weight of the package. When they meet the stream patrol, they can run away as quickly as they can. And in the future scenario, if they leave the park, this area can be used for another function like the children playground and used for some planting. Today's presentation, I'm focused on building on the scenario of my thesis. I'm not going too much into my design. So if you are interested in my proposal, you can check out on the final part of my booklet. There are some hand-drawn sketches of my ideas. Thank you.